Hey guys, welcome to Tech Fantasy Hub. And today's video, we are going to dive into the PS6 release date and pricing and with the specs. I hope you are glad to know that the PS6 will be launching soon. Yes, let's get into the video and see when we are expecting the PS6 and what are the specs for the PS6. Because I can't wait for the PS6. Yeah. So what we know so far is Bloomberg's Jason suggests that the PS6 market may be limited, saying it would be insane to launch when the PS5 era had barely gotten started. So we all know PS5 got into the system in 2020, so exactly 5 years. Yeah, we are in the 6 years because we are in 2026. Yeah. So Moore's law is dead confirms no delay decision has been made despite ongoing RAM concern. So have you heard of the RAM concern that's going? Okay, let me brief you. So there has been a shortage of the RAM because of AI, the demand of AI. So Moore's law is dead confirmed manufacturing is planned for mid 2027 based on internal documents. So it's likely the PS6 is going to be launched next year. That's 2027. Yeah, I can't wait for that. It's going to be very fantastic. So it says Sony and AMD unveiled project breakthrough technologies including natural arrays, radian cores, and universal comprehension for next-gen console. So Sony hasn't officially announced the PS4 yet, but the rumor mill has been churning out details for months based on industry patterns, leaks, and some educated guesses. Here's what we reasonably expect from Sony's next generation. So, yeah, Sony hasn't released the date yet, but per our calculations, you can know what's gonna happen. So, let's see the PS6 release date. So, looking at Sony's release history provides solid clues. So, let's look at the history. So, the PS3 launched in 2006. That was when the PS3 was launched. Then the PS4 was launched in 2013 and the PS5 2 hit it in 2020. So when you do the calculation, well, you do your minus, your subtraction, and everything, addition, you do everything. It's a 7 year gap. Do you get me? 7 year gap. So everything shows that the PS6 is going to be released in 2027 next year. So that's what we are waiting for. So during an October 2025 presentation, PS5 lead architect Matt Kennedy mentioned being really excited about bringing them to a future console in a few years' time. Former PlayStation boss Suhel Yoshida suggested 2028 feels right, especially considering how PS5 launch was slowed by manufacturing issues. I don't think 2028 is going to be the year, it's going to be 2027. Okay, let's look at the specs. The release date, so we all know that it's going to be between 2027 or 2028, but I believe it's going to be 2027. There's a potential delay due to RAM shortages, all because of this AI stuffs. Yeah, the code name is Orion. The processor, custom AMD, APU with Zen C CPU cores and RDNA 5 GPU. Wow, that's very powerful. Let's look at the performance, the GPU performance. Approximately 3 times faster than base PS5, on par with RTX 4080. Oh my goodness, 3 times faster than PS5. Wow. Now let's look at the memory. The memory is GDDR7, likely 24 to 32 gig with 640 to 768 GDs bandwidth. Wow. The storage is going to be 2 terabytes SSD expect. Are you kidding me? 2 terabytes SSD. That is going to be extra fast. Let's look at the display output. 4K at 120 FPS. Oh my goodness. Or 8K at 60 FPS. What are the technologies? Neutral ray, arrays, radian scores, universal compression, enhanced PSSR upscaling. I'm sure they are going to embed a whole lot of AI into this. The ray tracing, we have the hardware accelerated path tracing via the dedicated radiance cores. Then the backward compatibility. So you can play PS4 games, PS5 games, and even you can play PS1, PS2, PS3. So they've combined all the PS games. So you can play all the games you've been playing on your PS1, the Mario Kart, all those games. Do you remember the PS1, the Konami? Yeah, it's going to be fun. What's the price? Okay, it's estimated to be around $500 to $600. Okay, could increase due to component cost. Yeah, I'm sure because there's a shortage in the RAM. Okay, then the hardware AMD Zen 6 and RDA and A5. Yeah, okay. So to supply the PS6 processor in October 2025, Sony and AMD unveiled Project Amethyst, detailing neural arrays for improved scaling, radiance cores for hardware, accelerated ray tracing, and universal compression to boost memory bandwidth. Okay, that's good. So the technical leak suggests a custom AMD chipset featuring Gen Z CPU cores paired with RDNA5 graphics. My goodness. Early estimates put the CPU at 40 to 48 compute units with clock speed reaching 3 GHz, delivering roughly 3 times the base PS5. Wow! My goodness. So the price and the RAM shortage. So the RAM is going to make it a little bit cost effective. So most estimates put the PS6 between 500 to 600 at launch, though that window now appears uncertain. So in early January 2026, small lost debt is he's a journalist or more of gaming. Yeah, he clarified on podcast that the decision has not been made to delay the console. So the agreement with AMD to manufacture the Orion APU by mid 2027 remains on track. My goodness. So I have faith that it's going to be released in 2026. Yeah. The backward compatibility. So a significant development emerged in January 2026 when Sony filed a new patent that could transform backward compatibility. The patent naming Mark Kenny as an inventor described a system capable of running games from all previous PlayStation generation, including like the PS3. So that's what I can't wait. You can play all the games from PS1 to PS5. That's good. The technology proposes a hybrid hardware and software solution where the processor could dynamically adjust to replicate other hardware environments. Wow, that's good. That's good. And yeah, so as I told you earlier, it's going to be the Gen Z CPU cores for gaming and two lower power cores for system tasks. Yeah. Okay. So should we wait for the PS6? Let's see. Boomerang journalist Jason Schreier weighed in January 2026, questioning the idea of a more expensive console now. Who would want that? His comment reflects growing sentiment that Sony may extend the PS5 life cycle, particularly with GTA 6 expected to drive console sales through late 2026. Why would Sony do that? No, we've analyzed everything. Is 7 years interval. So when it's 7 years, what are you waiting for? You have to just release it for us to play. So I'm very sure we are going to play the GTA 6 in a PS6. Do you get me? See the rhyme? GTA 6 in 2026. No, 2027. Yeah. Yeah. So if you want to buy a console right now, what should you do? Hmm. So we have one more year to 2027. Uh, okay. If you want to buy a console right now, you can just go for the PS6. No, sorry, the PS5. Maybe they can delay it to 2028. It means you can't play any game. So you just go for your PS5. So later on, if they if they publish the release date, then we know what to do. But I have a strong faith that the PS6 is going to be launched next year. So see you guys in my next video. You can put your comments in the section box and let's dive more